What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. I am your favorite narcissistic host, Mr. Lee Hammock, aka Mr. Mental Illness from TikTok and Instagram and all the other good stuff. Today's episode is going to be about the narcissistic Hoover, the Hoover. And if this is your first episode to the podcast or to my YouTube channel, I am a self-aware diagnosed narcissist, NPD, in the house. We're not all monsters. That's what make you think we are. But so if you are unfamiliar with the term hoovering, it was named after the vacuum cleaner, like hoovering, like when a narcissist sucks you back into the relationship, sucks you back into the friendship, sucks you back into the marriage and things like that. I feel like everybody has experienced narcissistic hoovering, and they want to know why. They want to know how. They want to know how the narcissist thinks, and that's my perspective. I want to give you the perspective of the narcissist on different issues, and here is the hoovering thing. So hoovering, a narcissist will literally use anything, any and every method to suck you back into the relationship. Albeit like they'll try to contact you through internet, through through phone calls, through emails, text messages. I've seen some people on my TikTok say they've like their ex-narcissist has like literally, now listen to this, literally changed the profile names on the Netflix to message them. It's like, hey, message me back. Hey, I miss you. Stuff like that. Like sending them stuff through the actual mail. Things like that to try to suck people back into a relationship. And the way, like, the reason a narcissist does this, the reason that we do this is because I don't know, I can speak for myself, but I feel like I speak for a lot of narcissists when we say like it's hard for us to be alone. Like I cannot stand being alone. Like I need to feel wanted and needed, especially by that person that the person that I'm with, either if I'm married or in a friendship with or anything like that. I need to feel wanted and needed. So if that relationship ends abruptly, especially if you discard a narcissist, if you break up with us suddenly, and we act like we don't see it coming, like, oh my God, that's when the hoovering gets worse. That's like when the narcissist will like beg and cry and plead for you to stay. Like, please don't leave me. Please, 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 I'll change. I'll go to therapy. I'll get help. I'll do what you want to do. I'll take these trips that you want to take. I'll spend more time with the family. I'll take time off of work. Literally everything that you ever wanted and needed from a narcissist will be put on display right then and there, right in your face. That's why, that's why I think a lot of people would say. I think a lot of people would agree with this. Is that if you can break ties with a narcissist and not do it face to face, it might be the best method, because a narcissist will literally lie, be lying and crying in your face, be crying and blubbering and boo-hooing and all the other good stuff right in your face, and be lying the whole time just to suck you back in. And the more times that you break up, the more times that the narcissist promise you that we're going to change or we're going to do what you want us to do, the worse it will literally get. Especially if a narcissist has been cheating on you. If they've been cheating on you and you take them back, they're going to keep cheating. What is to stop them from cheating again? Like, what is there out there? Like, oh, he loves me enough to stay with me and stop cheating. She loves me enough to stay with me and stop cheating. Like, what punishment is there going to be for them cheating if you're going to take them right back immediately? With no change of actions, with nothing. Especially if they cheat multiple times. Multiple? I know y'all can't see me on the podcast, but I just spun around in my chair a little bit. Multiple times. The more times you take a narcissist back, the worse it will literally get. I promise you. Because I feel like being a narcissist is like pretty much like based upon like testing boundaries, testing how much we can push your buttons and things like that. How much can we get away with? And the more that you let us get away with, the more that we're going to try to take. You give us an inch, we're going to take that foot. We're going to try to take a yard. You give us that foot, we're going to try to take a yard. Like, it just gets progressively worse unless there's some therapy interjected and unless there's some positive, like the want to change. Like, I'm telling you, literally use anything against you to keep them in a relationship. Like, that's why the Hoover is so powerful, especially if you like trauma bonded and things like that. If you bond it through trauma to the narcissist and you have kids and you feel like, and you've been financially abused and you can't leave, you feel like you can't leave because you can't financially support yourself, then it gets worse and it gets easier for the narcissist to hoover you back in. Hey, look, I know you can't afford to live by yourself, so look, I made a mistake. take me back, or it's gonna be tough for you and the kids. And they'll threaten to abandon your kids. Like that's a terrible Hoover. But a narcissist will literally threaten to abandon their kids. I've seen it in the comment sections of my YouTube and my TikTok. They will literally threaten to abandon their kids to get you to stay with them. They will literally threaten to off themselves to get you to stay with them. They will literally do all of that to get you to stay with them. And it's the Hoover works. It works. Like, that's why they coined the term for it, because it literally works. It's not like something out of the blue that they coined. And that's why, like, that's one of the main things I also see on, Narcissist TikTok and Instagram, and even on YouTube as well. Like when they say so many people preach about the narcissist. So many people preach to you about the narcissist. So many people will preach to you about the narcissist trying to get you back into the relationship, that sometimes this is called the reverse Hoover, y'all. So this is called the reverse Hoover. Prepare for this right here, because I know I shared this on Facebook, on TikTok, and a lot of people don't understand this. Sometimes the narcissist will not Hoover you on purpose, because they know you expect them to reach out. Especially if there's been multiple breakups, they know that you're anticipating them breaking up with you and reaching out. Then you are anticipating the narcissist to reach out, so they don't do it. We don't reach out to you because you expect it. And then if you read about narcissism, if you read about narcissistic personality disorder, and you read about the Hoover, you expect to get hoovered. So if you don't get hoovered immediately or later on, a little while afterwards, you start to doubt yourself. You start to believe that I might not be a narcissist. Like, well, he didn't hoover me, so is he really a narcissist? That's the reverse Hoover. It's silence. It's like a form of the silent treatment. It's like punishment. If we broke up multiple times and I don't reach back out to you, you will reach out to me eventually. Because especially if you think I'm a narcissist, especially if you've seen and read all the literature on narcissism, you are expecting me to reach out. And when I don't, it's going to cause your brain to start to think that I'm not a narcissist, that you might be in an issue, that I might can be fixed, that I might can change. And you'll Hoover yourself. You'll call me. You'll text me. I've had it happen before. You'll call me. You'll text me. What's up? What you doing? What's going on? Yeah, and got you. My brain be like, gotcha. And it's terrible. I know it's terrible to say. Y'all probably think I'm an evil person right now for saying that, but I'm just giving you my perspective and my mindset on how my mind literally works. Like the Hoover is a powerful thing, and people always like, just cut them off, just cut contact. It's hard to cut contact with somebody you've been in a relationship with 4, 5, 10, 20 years. You got kids, you got grandkids bond. It's hard to just break that bond. That's why the Hoover is powerful. That's why the narcissist promises of change are powerful. That's why it happens that way. That's 100% why. Like, and people get embarrassed too. You get to the point sometimes where you start to get so embarrassed about breaking up so many times and taking the narcissist back that you just won't leave. Like, you'll just, instead of embarrassing, like, quote unquote embarrassing yourself by announcing that you're single again, you're about to just stay in a relationship unhappy, as opposed to just feeling bad about yourself, like telling your friends, like, look, I gotta tell my friends, even though I took him back, I gotta break up with him again. Like, he hasn't changed, she hasn't changed, and now you look stupid. Now you done lost friends and things like that. The more times you and plus, like, y'all listen to this, the more times that you you let a narcissist Hoover you, or put the reverse Hoover on you, where you Hoover yourself, you're gonna start to isolate yourself because every time that you break up with us, you're probably talking junk about us, you're probably talking bad about us, you're probably talking negative about us to your friends and to your family. And when you take us back, that I told you so thing with your family, it does exist, and you know it exists, so you don't tell them, and like, now you isolated. So the more times you take a narcissist back, the more times you actually get isolated from your friends and family, possibly. That's another thing to think about. That's another thing that just popped in my head just now. I was just like, every time this mother took me back, she was alone. Like, I became like more of her friend then. You know what I mean? I was more of it. Our relationship actually became more of just me and her, because every time that she took me back, her friends didn't trust me or believe me or like me anymore. So they didn't want to hang around us anymore. So now she has 1, 2 less friends that want to reach out to her and hang out with her, because she's still with me, because she took me back after talking trash about me, after bashing me and things like that, after telling them what I've done. You know what I mean? After telling the people what your narcissist had done to you. So it works that way too. The Hoover is a powerful, powerful thing. Like, it's tough. Like, this is another example of how I've hoovered old exes before. Like, when I first had my first son, this is years ago, y'all. This is like 12 years ago. He's 12 years old now, 12 and a half. I used to like, I'm like, I ain't talked to this girl in a minute, so let me do this. I used to just send random letters and numbers to them, and they'll be like, "Who is this? What is this?" I'm like, "Oh, this is Lee. Sorry, my son had my phone. Anyways, what you up to?" And they respond to me, "Oh, dang, you got a son? You a good daddy now? Oh, what's going on?" I'm like, gotcha. You should just ignore me. You know what I mean? But you can't, because you think I've changed. I'm a good dad now. You know, I was always a good dad, but like I'm a father now to take care of his kids, and it's attractive to women. Like, oh, he takes care of his kids. Oh, he's a good guy. You know what I mean? And he let his son play on his phone. You know what I mean? He got his son right now, Google Gaga in his hands, by sending little messages like that. You know what I mean? It's like I say, I know it sounds bad, but I'm literally just trying to give y'all the access to how my mind works and things like that. And I know it sounds bad. I think that's gonna be all about it right there for this Hoover, like for what I have on Hoovering right now. Cause I just wanted to get a quick video in right now. But like I'm gonna do what I do last. Like every time at the end of videos, I go through my comment sections on TikTok and answer questions like off the top of my head. You know what I mean? I'm gonna read the question and I'm gonna answer it off the top of my head because that's how I do it. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do it right here like this. What does it mean when he tells me? What does he mean when he tells you he loves you, but he just what? Well, he just. Oh my goodness! I'm sorry about that one, y'all. I couldn't really get that one. Reverse Hoover. Stop my narc friend. White pages. Send me emails. How can I resist looking at my narcissist? Hoover me 5 years after I first cut her off. Oh my goodness! So these are not the best questions. Okay, here we go, y'all. It's been 6 months, zero contact. He has hoovered me before and also done the reverse hoover. Am I no longer in danger of this? There's no end point to the hoover. There's no stopping point. There's no like cutoff period for the hoover. He can hoover you 2 days from now. He can hoover you 6 months from now. He can hoover you 3 years from now. I've waited years to hoover people, y'all. Trust me. The kid dialer numbers works years in advance, years in the future. Trust me. So to answer that question, I get both. I think that's all the questions I got on hoovering. Nobody really cared about my hoovering videos. Let me go to Instagram real quick, y'all. Don't leave me. Don't leave me just yet. I'm going to Instagram. I put it on Instagram too to see if people had questions on Instagram for me. So here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Why do they hide their girlfriend, boyfriend, and lie about it when confronted? That work like y'all. A narcissist will hide the next person to keep you on the hook. To keep you interested, to keep you on the hook, to make you feel like they haven't moved on. Like, girl, you were the one for me. Like, there is nobody else. Like, I have friends and stuff that I talk to, but I'm not going to get serious with anybody else because I'm not over you yet. Like, what we had was for real. So, why do I need to, like, I'm not ready to move on. You still have a huge piece of my heart, girl. Blah, 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 blah. It works. Why do they hoover old exes? You go with what you know. You go with what's familiar. You go with, like, I've had this person before, maybe I can get them again. You just go to what you know. It's easier. Why doesn't my narc ex leave me alone? It's been 6 years and he won't leave even when he's seeing someone else. What you allow will continue. Unless you move on and buckle up and brace yourself, what you allow with your narcissist will continue. I promise it. Like, get the law enforcement involved, get some restraining orders, get something to protect yourself, because what you allow will continue. But a girl, like, get another girlfriend, and no. That's a long, I can't read that one. Why can't they walk away like a normal person? Why so much destruction? Because we feel destroyed on the inside, we need our outside to match the inside. That's it. Like, the question said, y'all, listen to this. Why can't they walk away like a normal person? Why so much destruction? Me as a narcissist, personally, this is personally speaking, and like I said before, we need our outsides to match our insides. Like, there's so much craziness and wildness going on inside our heads that we need the outside to match. It needs to be cohesive. It needs to be like some cohesion in my life. The inside needs to match the outside. So, and we don't want you to move on so quickly. So if you're destroyed, then nobody else will want you. You would still want me. Like, that's the feeling that a narcissist wants to give you. Like, there's nobody else but me. Nobody else is going to want you but me. As terrible as that sounds, it's like, if I can't have you, no one else will. Nobody else will want you except for me. And that's a terrible sound. I know it. It sounded terrible when I said it. I'm just talking, so I know you're going to judge me talking junk, but that's just how it goes. But, like, Is there any more questions? No, that's all of them right here, y'all. But like, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, if you haven't liked and subscribed, you can find me on mental. Like, if you have any personal questions you want answered, go to the website www.wisio.com and search for mental illness. You can ask me personal. You can book some time to ask me personal questions and get them answered for you. And that's about it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Welcome. Like, next episode coming this week. Let me know what y'all want to hear about, and peace.